In this particular problem, we're going to be learning how to write equations. Go ahead and read the left-hand side. Pretty much you just write what you read. Okay. So the first step is to identify key math words. So what you want to do is go through your word problem and identify every number or basic math word in there. So the first one we got there is an annual fee of $200. So that's our starting point. Then you'll notice that we have 5 classes that are for free and that each class is $15. Alright, so in this particular problem, we're going to write and solve an equation where if we attend 2 classes every month for the year 2012. Alright, so there, after you've identified kind of the keywords, then you just start to write them down. Make sure to define the variables or the unknowns in this particular problem. So in this case, we have 2 things that we don't know. The first one is the number of classes, and the second thing that will affect will be the total cost. So I'm going to use the letters C for classes and T for total cost. You could use anything. You could say X for classes, Y for total cost. It really doesn't matter. So once you define the variables, again, it's very important to define the variables because that tells you what the different letters mean in your equation. So now we're going to go through and we're going to write down a relationship between them. So the total cost is or equals, it starts off with $200 because that's our annual fee. So it's $200 plus it's going to be $15 each class. So you'll say plus $15 each class. So $15 in each is basically multiplication. But you can't just say each class, so you can't just multiply by C or the number of classes. It's because the first 5 classes are free. So it's the number of classes minus the 5 free classes. Okay, and that'll be the number of classes we have to pay for. And that is our basic equation. So in this case, I kind of redid the equation. This time we used different letters, but Y was the total cost of the gym, X is the number of classes attended, and then there's the equation we had before. So in this case, if we're attending 2 classes every month, well, you need to recognize that if there's 12 months in a year, 2 times 12, that would mean there's 24 total classes that we have gone to. So you plug in 24 for X, which is the number of classes, or you could use C, which we used before. So you do 24 minus 5, and then you put the plus 200 and the multiplication by 15. Now you could distribute, but I would recommend at this point, because we just have all numbers, I would just follow PEMDAS. So do the parentheses first. 24 minus 15 is 9. Then you have 9 times 15 plus 200. You multiply before you add. So we'll do 19 times 15, which is, I believe, 285. Yeah, 285. So that's the cost that we have to pay towards classes. And then plus the $200, which was our one-time fee. So when you add those up, 200 plus 285 gives you a total of $485. So that would be how you find the total cost of 24 classes for the year.